And we're live.
For all the millions and millions of people watching at home.
Or one. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh,
No, man, I just wanted to BS, dude. I was kind of bored.
well, I had a shit night. I can tell the story here shortly, but I'll give a
Oh,
little
shit, man.
for some people to get in here, but anyway, what's been going on? What's going on today?
Oh, nothing, man. Long ass day at work and came home, started drinking a little bit earlier.
So my water.
Water. Yeah, I don't want to get too depleted for tomorrow.
Oh, speaking of which, are we still meeting up in the morning?
I don't know. I was going to get with you on that.
I mean, I'm down if you want to.
What time are you thinking?
Well, like 11 maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, just give me a little bit. I'm supposed to help my buddy put a TV up at some point, so I need to see what time that is.
Oh,
but other than that, I'm good. Yeah, I told him I'd do that forever ago, like when he got his house, and then like he got his house keys like a week early, and he's like, "Hey, man," I was like, "Oh yeah, sorry." He does shit for me all the time though. Like he got on my roof because I'm scared of heights and fixed my roof. So
cool.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
can't bail on him.
No.
So what the hell happened to you today?
All right, so me and the girlfriend took a little drive to town, about half an hour away from here. So it's raining over here, right?
Yeah.
We get about 10 minutes away from where we're headed, and like one of my windshield wipers just freezes up.
Okay? Yeah.
Like on my side, so I'm having to like do the Ace Ventura, lean over and see out her side.
Yeah.
So we get to where we're going. I got it. It was just loose, which thank God. So we did what we had to do, and we're headed back. And I got something weird going on with my gas gauge.
Mm-hmm.
Get about halfway back and run out of gas.
Oh shit, dude.
And it's pouring down rain. So thankfully, I got a buddy to come out and bring me out some gas, and I got it to the station and filled up. But so you may ask why? What was so important that you had to go do to have all these issues? Well, we went to the marijuana dispensary. So the moral of the story is don't do drugs.
Pretty much. But you're lucky to live in a state with a dispensary.
Right. Or I guess if all that shit happens to you, you'll probably do more drugs. So whatever.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, we can't have anything like that in Kentucky. Just it's not good for the children, but alcohol is fine for them. So that's why we're allowed to make it taste like cotton candy. But vape can't taste like anything because that might be aimed at children. So
you got to move yourself out of the red state.
I can't come to Illinois.
No, that's true.
I'd wish that. I think they're going to allow it for medical now in Kentucky.
I'd say that'll probably happen everywhere at first.
I honestly can't believe, a ton of social stuff going on in 2020, right? Like stuff that should have happened, decades ago. And that we're still fighting this fight against marijuana for some reason. Like, I don't get it, man. Like just the idea that you can be in your car with a gram of a plant and they will put you in jail is mind-boggling to me. It's so barbaric and archaic.
And the anti, I know a lot of people don't realize like the anti-marijuana sentiment came from like tobacco companies pissed off back in the day. So,
man, just the tax revenue alone, on marijuana sales is a reason to legalize it. People are doing it anyway, and nobody cares anymore. So
now Illinois just kicked it in January, So with the whole COVID thing, they're not going to see any kick in from it for a while, but it's eventually going to.
I mean, if you, like the numbers from Colorado, which was like the first one to do it, were staggering, and just the industry it created there. And I remember reading an article that like there was like a dire need for electricians out there because of the grow houses and everything. So just like the industry it would create. Like I don't know, man. It's all because people are scared of it for some reason. They're still going through this whole reefer madness bullshit. And this is coming from somebody who didn't really use marijuana. So
yeah, I mean, there's such an influx of crime now in Colorado. It's like now.
Yeah, and like, do you remember when that little girl in the Girl Scouts got in so much trouble for setting up a shop outside of a dispensary in Colorado and just sold like the most cookies ever?
Yeah,
she shouldn't get in trouble. They should give her an award for enterprise, man. Like that girl's going places. Like,
dude, this dispensary you go to, like I said, it's about a half hour from my house, and we went in there the first time we went and bought anything, and it's like a jewelry store. It's like super nice in there. Everything's in glass cases, like the display stuff, and
would you like to see the Jamaican lamb's wool?
They come around to you with like a tablet and take your order and go pull it for you. And
do they allow you to sample?
I don't know if they do or not. I was so stupid to the whole process when we first went, so I just said, "Well, let's just try these."
Do you have weed? Just like reg, like
yeah,
that's what like vanilla weed.
What's gonna get you high? Well, everything.
Yeah, edibles are.
I find it hilarious though, because like half a mile from this dispensary is the town's family video, and they're still pushing CBD. I'm like, nobody's buying that shit in this town.
No, like there's no reason to. Like you can have the real thing, and you'll be just fine.
I was just thinking about that today. Like I went in the family video too and looked around because I was in town. What the fuck? I'm worried there's going to be no family videos in a couple of years because they're kind of
dude, it's
man.
There won't be, and that's the last major movie rental place, isn't it? Is there anything else? I mean, maybe not near us, but is there anything else? Like,
I don't think so. I think that's the last blockbuster type chain out there for sure. So, but I remember going like 5 years ago, and it was like, I don't know, not depressing. It was kind of fun to go, and they were still kind of lively, and there were people in there. And
mine's not really depressing. Like, there's always other people in the store when I go, and it really doesn't matter what time I go. But it may just be like a location kind of deal or something, or just your town. But no, I mean the business model is dead. Like, it's amazing that they are as prosperous as they are. Like, they're still opening new locations. Like, that's wild.
Yeah.
And I mean, but I'll tell you what, like, the fact that it's nice and clean and organized has a lot to do with it being successful, I believe.
Oh yeah, and I mean I think the rates are pretty good. Like I don't rent a lot. I haven't rented stuff for years because I just go in there because the deals are so good on new stuff. But
I'm the same way.
But I think their rental prices are pretty reasonable, especially on catalog stuff. It's like $2 for $1 for a few days.
Yeah, and kids' movies are free.
Yeah.
And that doesn't matter if they're on Blu-ray or even 4K UHD, man. They're free. So,
yeah,
that's cool. By the way, they have a huge adult section, like shockingly large adult section. Like, I wondered, like, I was going to the bathroom there one day and I was like, what's this? It's like, good Lord, like half of the store in the back. It's just Vinegar Syndrome titles.
Right. Oh gosh.
Oh shit. There'll be plenty of talk about that tomorrow. I don't think there's like hardly anybody watching, so we can talk about it a little bit. Have you seen anything come off of that other than you getting booted?
Let's check the numbers while we're sitting here. Why not? So we started at 28 downloads on that today. Of course, I got to log in. $58. So content creates cash, folks.
Yes. I'd like to know what they're saying. I'm sure it's not nice.
No, I'm sure probably not. But whatever. I don't care.
No, I did think they'd let us. I didn't think they'd know who we were.
I don't know. I'm just assuming maybe someone went to the website and saw my
Yeah.
I don't care. Whatever.
Yeah.
We might get some info from Tony tomorrow night. We'll see.
Yeah. Tony's not allowed on there either. So
Paul Slasher Junkie sent him that stuff from before, so we'll see. But yeah. So anyway, someone's watching.
Yeah. Make yourself known.
Yes. Leave a comment. Or hop on.
Yeah, hop in. Let's talk. Let's chat. Let's bullshit.
There's a link in the description. Tell us what you've been watching. I'm cool with it. We haven't talked about this a lot. Do you watch any sports at all?
Yeah, I watched NBA. So,
did you watch the Lakers last night?
Yeah, I watched the Jazz and Pelicans and Lakers and Clippers last night.
I thought the games looked pretty good.
I did too, man. Everybody's rusty as hell, though.
Yeah.
Like, did you see
that Lakers game was pretty good.
It was great, man. So was the Pelicans game too, man. I was really hoping that they'd pull that out. I want to see. And honestly, it's the only reason. It's like JJ Redick has been to the playoffs every year of his career. So I just kind of want to see him keep doing that. So, but no, it was a good game. They were both super close, and I think it's because everybody's just rusty. Like, did you see LeBron just lock Kawhi down on the last second, that last play? Like, Kawhi was scared, man. He's like, good.
That's funny. No, it's I'm glad that it seems like that bubble thing is working for them. So,
dude, they spent enough money on it.
Yeah. So baseball is looking like it's kind of a shit show right now. Bunch of teams are having to kind of quarantine, and after that whole Marlins thing, and they've had 19 players test positive now.
It's wild, man.
So
I don't think you're not going to be able to do sports unless you do it the way the NBA is doing it, and the NBA is the only league that can do it. There's the teams are small enough that they can do it. And like, if this was a full season, there's no way. Like, it all happened really late in the season, so you're pretty much just getting the playoffs in, and that's it. Like, I know they're talking about like the regular season for the NBA starting back up like December, like early, like a couple weeks after the draft, and I don't see that happening because they can't. Which is going to
imagine it'll happen.
No, which is going to like completely deflate the salary cap, and that's going to make all kinds of trouble for the teams in the coming years. So,
I hate to say it too. I'm personally a big football fan. There's no way in hell that's happening.
The rosters are so large.
Yeah,
that's the problem. Like baseball.
And
yeah. Now, the thing I don't understand with the NBA is like they're spacing them out on the bench 6 feet, and then they throw them into the game and they're right on top of each other. So I don't get that. Like, everybody in there is quarantined and they're being tested like either daily or every other day. So I would think inside of that little bubble, everybody's okay, because I don't think anybody's tested positive from within yet.
No, I don't think so. I think if there was a positive test, it'd be tough to keep it going.
Yeah, and that's what's going to kill it.
Yeah.
I don't know if they'll make the finals.
Yeah, I mean we're basically 1 day in. So
Yeah. Did you because I mean think about this. Stephen A. Smith brought this up on ESPN. Did you see where Lou Williams like he left for like he had a death in his family?
Yeah.
Okay. Like the day after the funeral, Lou Williams was posting Instagram shots from a strip club in Atlanta.
Oh,
Like like that's gonna be an issue. Like
oh God. Yeah, and then that's I mean these teams that aren't in the bubble, there's just no policing them really. I mean, how are you going to police the 53 guys on your football team? You know, make sure they're not going out doing stupid shit.
You can't. That's what I said, man. It's like MLB and NFL both. Like there's just the rosters are so large that you can't do it.
Yeah.
And like I said, actually, you know what? The only thing that helps the NFL is that there's 16 games in a regular season. Or is it 16? Yeah, 16.
Yeah.
So 16 games in a regular season. So you'd have to do it quick, which is not ideal for football.
Right.
But I guess if you like ran through it, maybe you could get it done in 3 or 4 months.
I mean, they've all kind of reported to camp now. Are getting ready to.
Mm-hmm.
I think they all have actually. I don't think they get through training camp without some kind of outbreak.
No, I'm with you on that, dude. I don't see it happening.
No, so
I can't believe the MLB is going as far as they are right now. Like they're just kind of. I felt like when they kind of started everything, it was kind of like, well, let's just go until basically that shit with the Marlins happened, right? Like it was just, we'll see what we can do.
Yeah, I guess the thing with baseball, any of these sports, chances are, if anybody gets it, they're going to be fine once they get over it. But I don't know.
And we can move on from sports here in just a second. But do you think? Because I kind of do. I think like I said, NBA. That's my big sport, basketball. So do you think there's going to be an asterisk beside the champion this year?
I think there has to be. I mean, it wasn't a full season. You're going to have guys that have like deflated stats for the season.
Yeah, I mean, like you're getting guys that had a crazy amount of time off and basically running into the playoffs, right?
Right.
So I think especially if the Lakers win, it's going to be that one doesn't count because it was LeBron, right? Like people just love to hate on LeBron.
Yeah.
Or if Giannis wins, if the Bucks win, it's going to be, well, he didn't do it in a normal season. Right. So he still hasn't proved himself. The only way I see people being okay with it is if the Clippers win, because like they'll just kind of let Kawhi get away with anything. So
yeah,
but I do think that's going to be a lot of shit talk on this year.
Yeah, I pretty much agree with you. I would hate that for Giannis. I think if he won and they kind of poo-pooed it, because that dude's, I feel like he's pretty deserving.
Oh yeah, man, he's gonna back to it.
Wrong, but
he'll be MVP again this year.
Yeah. So, but yeah, you're right about LeBron. People love to hate LeBron.
Man, you got to think, year 17, and he is playing some of arguably the best basketball of his life. That is amazing. Say what you want about Michael Jordan. 17 seasons in, Michael Jordan will not be playing like that.
Right. Someone made a good point the other day I was listening to, and I know we're going to get off sports here, but
yep.
Good point about LeBron. They said that, early in his career, they were on him about not winning a championship. So he went to Miami and won some championships. Then they complained because he didn't do it by himself. So he basically went back to Cleveland. He had a little help there, but not like D Wade and Bosh.
Yeah.
Won the championship there, and they said, "Oh well, you did it in the East. You didn't do it in the West." So he went to the West, has the best record in the West.
So this year it'll be, if they win it this year, like I said, they'll go, well, you know what? They had 4 months off.
Yeah.
And it's going to be, well, he had AD, which that's really all he's got. He's got Anthony Davis.
And then, they've got good role players on that team, but
they did. I mean, they lost Avery Bradley, which was huge.
Yeah.
But you still got Danny Green. Alex Caruso is turned out to be an awesome player, even though he looks like a middle-aged dad.
Dude needs to hook up with Brian Urlacher and get some hair going.
Yes, like I was thinking, like LeBron. Like I know LeBron has fucking hair plugs. Yeah. Like hook Caruso up with your guy, man. Like
or shave the head. I would just shave my head if I was in that position.
Yeah, me too. Like he's just holding on too hard. Like I said, LeBron did forever. Like when there was a point I remember when he was in Miami, there was literally, I don't know if you remember this, he had a double headband. It was 2 headbands together. Look it up, seriously, because he was chasing that hairline, right? And he'd start cocking that sucker back until it got too far that it would just like fall off. 2 of them together, and it's just like this thick.
Should have got like what's it? Will Ferrell's wig from what the hell's that movie? Semi-Pro.
Yes.
You should just go out with that.
Okay. Man. Well, anyway. we'll get off sports. Did you pick anything up this week?
Yeah, I'm embarrassed to show this. Where is it? Bring it over here. I picked up the first Nelly album on vinyl.
Country Grammar?
Yep.
Don't be embarrassed about that. That shit was banging, dude.
Yeah, it was awesome.
We have 3 viewers now. What's up, guys? Hey, in the description, you can hop on, get on here with us.
Yeah.
Chat. What about whatever?
Love to have you. Kyle Kuzma. Let's see. There you go. Slaughterport.
I don't know what to think about Kuzma yet, man. He's really good. He's just I think it's unfortunate they hung on to him and let Ingram go, like after he just broke out this year.
Yeah. He's I mean, that was a big I guess bargaining chip on that deal, but
I'm sure but also
excited to get rid of Lonzo and get rid of Lamar.
Yeah. Dude, LeVar, yes. He shut up after I haven't heard anything out of him. And Melo's coming up. He's at least a lottery pick. Yeah. Possibly number 1.
Yeah. Yeah, he did pretty good in that whatever that league he was playing in.
Yeah, in Australia. I hope more kids do that, man. Get paid while you can. Like
I think they will. Didn't he buy that too?
Did he? Oh yeah, he bought a piece of the team, I think.
Oh, the team, okay.
Yeah, he bought a piece of the team.
Okay.
So yeah. They're going to be, I guess, like the Sydney Big Ballers.
As long as they don't have to wear those shoes.
Never lost. Did you ever see that SNL skit with? It wasn't SNL. It was on Kenan Thompson from SNL showed up on Inside NBA as LeVar Ball. Put my boys in Lithuania. And like after everything he'd say, he'd be like, "Never lost." Just
I used to digest everything LeVar back in the day because it would just crack me up.
Dude, that guy knew what the hell he was doing. Like Lonzo was never a number 2 pick.
No.
Like on his own, never a number 2.
No.
So. I remember De'Aaron Fox shut him down in the regular because Kentucky fan right here, man. I mean, just made him look like a child, and Lonzo still goes number 2.
Yeah. I'll get off sports, but I'll kind of stay related. What's some of your favorite sports movies? We've not talked about that really.
Oh no, we haven't, have we? I'd have to think about it. My favorite football movie is Any Given Sunday. I know that.
Cool. Let me say real quick. Best sports movie actor, my opinion, Kevin Costner.
Right? Like
he does so much.
He's good in it, man. Did you like Draft Day?
I did actually, yeah.
I did too. You know how it was fictitious though?
The Browns were
the Browns made like a coherent decision.
A good deal.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I did enjoy that, but man, he's like the king when it comes to baseball movies. Yeah, like
Bull Durham and Field of Dreams.
Field of Dreams. I love For the Love of the Game, where he's like the old pitcher, and
I don't think I've ever seen that one.
Story. It's may have been Kelly Preston in that, actually.
Oh wow.
But he's like, they've kind of split up, and he's pitching his last game, and she's like in an airport or something watching it and kind of flashing back on their relationship, and it's just really good. I enjoy that movie a lot. I don't even know. I don't think that one has a Blu-ray, which is kind of sad.
I've never seen it.
That's a if you're okay with like somewhat a chick flick, I think it's pretty good.
Best baseball movie of all time is Major League, though.
Good. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's my favorite.
I have a my favorite sports movie, which is I can't remember if I put this in my top 10 of all time. Probably didn't, because I knew there were some things I was going to forget. But Hoosiers.
That's another one. It's another one I've never seen.
See, I know another guy that's from Kentucky. Actually went to college at UK, and he would never watch it because of the name. Which, okay, whatever.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. That has something to do with it. Like,
it has nothing to do with like. It's just, it's a great movie.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Forever, like until I read a synopsis on it, I thought it was about like the IU basketball team. Like I thought it probably had something to do with Bobby Knight. Like in my head, I'm like, it's probably that one good team that IU had. They made a movie about it.
There was a team in the 50s, from a town called Milan in Indiana, which is really small town. And this was back before there were classes, so the best two teams played each other in the championship, and Milan beat like this big team from I want to say South Bend or something, maybe Fort Wayne. And,
high school basketball too, isn't it?
Yeah, and it was like a huge upset. So it's kind of based on that story. I mean, it's a different school. They changed the name of the school, and it's kind of a fictitious school, but yeah. So I'm actually Facebook friends. Interestingly enough, and I haven't been drinking. Actually, Facebook friends with the guy that wrote the book. So it would be awesome to get him on the show sometime.
I would have to watch what I say about Indiana basketball then.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. You know what? I'm going to change it because I said earlier that I thought Any Given Sunday was my favorite football movie. My favorite like sports movie of all time is a football movie, and I completely forgot about it till just now. And it's Friday Night Lights.
That is a good one. Did you ever see this team's been coming up a while because of the Redskins? Have you ever seen The Replacements?
I've never seen that, but I did see where like the Sentinels was an option.
Yeah.
Dude, by the way, about that name change, I'm not even a big football guy, but the Washington football team is ever. Like, I hope they keep the name.
Yes,
I think it's fantastic. Their logo should just be a football.
Drunk Dennis Hopper. That's a big part of Hoosiers, so it's awesome.
I'll have to check it out then.
Yes. It's a great story. So, but yeah,
there's not a lot of good basketball movies, by the way.
There's not. You haven't seen that new Ben Affleck where he's like the coach, have you? I actually heard stuff about that. I think The Way Back is what it's called.
The Way Back. Yeah, it's supposed to be. I hear good things, but like when I think basketball movies, like Blue Chips comes to mind like a lot.
I love Blue Chips.
I do like Blue Chips.
That was kind of based off Bob Knight. I don't know if you knew that.
Yeah.
Nick Nolte makes his character off Bob Knight. But, I just love when he grabs the basketball and punts it.
That's wild, though, that created the pairing of Penny and Shaq in Orlando. Like, did you know that?
Yeah.
Because Shaq, played with him there, and he was like, you guys better get Penny Hardaway in the draft. And they had number 1 pick.
That's crazy. I wonder how much of that is like I know there's been some crackdown on the paying of players, but how realistic that was for that time.
Dude, it's more prevalent now. Like, I guarantee it. And like I said, I love Kentucky basketball. Like, we're the best, right? The winningest team in college basketball history. But there's no way those kids are getting paid, as they should be, by the way.
Right.
As they should be.
They've been working on that. So
and the problem here is the NCAA. It's not the schools. Like, those kids have earning potential, and you put them out there even for a year. Dude blows his knee out, he's back to square one. Like, he's done. Like, Nerlens Noel, I don't know if you remember him. Like, he had like huge draft stock. Like, he was going to be big. Comes to Kentucky, tears his ACL.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there was a big risk with that with Zion last year. You know, he had that injury, and thankfully it didn't hurt him too bad. But
he's going to fight that as long as he's as big as he is.
Injury prone. He's a big dude, and that dude moves like a small guy, and eventually that's all going to catch up with him a little bit.
Yeah, but to ask them to, sacrifice their future for an education, which they're only going to be there for a cup of coffee anyway, is ridiculous.
And those, for one, just the coaches get rich off those kids.
Oh, dude, Calipari's making millions a year, man.
Yeah, I look at like Nick Saban. That dude is loaded because of the kids he gets in. And granted, he's built the program to get them in there.
Yeah.
But then the school's making a shit ton of money off of them, and
well, look at Tua, man. Like, if you just go with Nick Saban, like Tua, like the last time we saw him, like, he got decimated and he hasn't played since. So who knows if he's going to be what he's going to look like when he comes back.
Miami drafted him, and who knows what they're going to get. So but no, I it's crazy. They couldn't even cash in on their likeness. For a while. I think they kind of changed that a little bit,
but no, man, that's totally still going on. They didn't stop it.
I heard this story on ESPN. It's these two broadcasters. They were talking about, they were covering I think it was a national championship game when Texas played USC that year, the Vince Young year.
Mm-hmm.
And Cedric Benson was the running back. And they said that they left the hotel or something to go get lunch or something like that. And they were in the same area that the players were staying at. Cedric Benson is their star running back for Texas at the time. And they saw him walking down the highway to go get food because he had no other way to go get food. And he's the star of this football team that's making a shit ton of money for the college.
Yeah, that's millions and millions. And they put those kids all over the side of those stadiums.
Oh, yeah.
And they're not getting paid for it's a racket, man. And they have somehow, the older generation at least, they've convinced the older generation that that's the way to do it with integrity, is to just show up instead of, actually getting paid what you're worth.
Right. So, I don't know. Drastic change needs to come for those kids. I mean, it's unfair for like the track team kids, but track's not making any money for the school, really. So
there's not a whole lot of people in here. There's not a whole lot of people I can offend. What do you think about the wage gap in the NBA and the WNBA?
I understand their why they're upset, but I could name maybe like 2 WNBA players, and one of them is because I covered her in high school.
Yeah, right. And I'm not saying that they're not talented; they're extremely talented.
Oh yeah.
I mean, there's no difference. They are very talented players and the best in the world. The bottom line is that league has made zero money for 25 years.
Right.
And the NBA makes billions of dollars.
Yeah, if you pay the WNBA NBA players the same that you pay the NBA players, the WNBA is folded next year.
Oh yeah, like with massive debt.
Yes.
I mean, which they probably already have. And like the NBA owns like a large majority of that, but they don't own all of it. But they have just been pumping money into it off of just like, well, we can't really not do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's because it's not gonna work.
And what's really sad about it is their biggest cheerleader for their league probably died in a helicopter crash January.
Right? Yeah, right. I mean, for sure. I mean, yeah, he was always showing up at games and stuff, you know. So
I could have seen him actually coaching a WNBA team at some point.
yeah,
To be honest.
Yeah, especially with his daughter being, kind of being groomed for that. So
yeah, I think that would be a good thing for them to do is get like former NBA players involved with that league a little more, maybe. That would help grow it possibly, but
oh yeah,
I don't know. So
let's see if you saw this and then we can move on. Did you see where they actually drafted Gigi Bryant in the 2020 draft?
Did they really?
Yeah, it was. I mean, it was like a an in memoriam thing, but I thought that was kind of cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, honorary draft pick 2020. So
didn't UConn do like a retire her number or something too? I think.
Yeah. Which that UConn girls team is nuts, man.
I know. They could probably beat some men teams.
Oh, for sure, man. But like you look up like who's won the NCAA tournament like in the past 10 years, it's just UConn. That's who.
Yeah.
That's who won.
UConn, Notre Dame once, maybe. A couple other teams, maybe.
Yeah.
Now they build a hell of a program there.
They did.
So
damn. We've been stuck on sports. We gotta
I was trying to like do something different than we normally talk about, but
yeah.
Oh, anyway, yeah, I picked up Nelly. I mentioned half hour ago.
Country grammar, man.
I went to that family video tonight, and like the only thing that was kind of interest to me was, and I didn't want to wait in line to pay $5 for it, was that stupid ass Fred Durst movie with Travolta.
The Fanatic.
Like, the Blu-ray was like $5. I was like, fuck it. I'm not gonna wait in line for this.
The first line of the movie is, "I can't stay long. I have to go poop."
I know. So I was like, fuck this.
Yeah, no, I saw it for $5 too, and I was just like, still too much.
Yeah.
Maybe on a 2 for $5, and I've got something else,
right?
And I need that other thing.
Well, this was like $4.99 or 2 for $8, and I was like, there was nothing else to get me to the 8, so I was like, there were a bunch of DVDs. I'm trying not to buy any DVDs anymore if possible.
Yeah, me too.
I'm like,
for some reason, like I'm still cool with doing DVDs for TV shows, especially if they're older. Like I don't mind it.
Yeah, I'll do that. Or obviously, if something is older and it's not on Blu-ray, or the Blu-ray's fucking $40 or whatever,
Yeah,
I'll go ahead and grab it. But I don't know. Yeah.
Oh, dude, why do I have a border around me? I have this little purple outline. Do you see that too?
Yeah. You're special.
What the fuck?
I don't know.
It's just this damn webcam, man.
That's funny.
Do you use Logitech? Like, you have a Logitech webcam you record with, don't you?
Yeah. How are you? What are you doing to use that through this?
I have no idea. So like I found out that like like when I click on like the link to get in here and like it comes up like my webcam just won't come on, and then I have to open up Logitech Capture, and then like it'll show me.
That's weird.
Yeah,
it just pops up. I
don't know what's going on with it. And I was gonna say, like, I have to use Logitech Capture to do all my YouTube stuff too, which means I get this annoying little Logi thing here in the bottom corner, and that's why I started putting the Bombastic Reviews logo there to cover it up.
That's crazy. Need to pull something up here. Hold on.
Almost empty.
Going to
there we go.
Let me get rid of the. Did you know Piz showed this on his stream last night?
No, I didn't see that.
Yeah. I sent it to him while he was doing that. The Unsolved Mystery stream.
Yeah.
And close to the very end, he saw it, I guess, and put it up. And
oh, poor Al.
I wish Al was on here now. That'd be priceless.
It's past his bedtime, man.
Apparently. He may be still asleep. I don't know.
Maybe, man. Nobody checked on him. Like, I'm actually kind of worried about him. Like,
oh, gosh.
Give me un momento, por favor.
Yeah. Oh, I'll just talk here. So, yeah, we still have 3 people watching. Like I said, and you can see there's a link in the description if anyone wants to hop on. We'll be happy to talk to you. You can tell us about stuff you picked up or watched recently, and we'll discuss it. So, or you can leave a comment as well, like Slaughter Report here, talking about our hour and a half long sports talk. But also a little reminder, tomorrow night here at 9 p.m. Central, 10 p.m. East Coast, we will have a drunken commentary for the movie Hack-A-Lantern. And we will be joined by Friday the 14th from the Triple Flicks Mafia channel. And we'll have a good time, I'm sure, talking about one of those So Bad It's Good movies, at least my favorite So Bad It's Good movie, along with maybe Troll 2. I always love watching that too. But we'll have a good time, have some drinks flowing, talk about Hack-A-Lantern, and you can watch that along with us too. It is available on YouTube, and you can, of course, watch that on your phone or however you do it. And hope you join us. Should be a fun time. So we will be, like I said, starting up at 10 p.m. Eastern, 9 Central, and you can obviously do the math on the other time zones or around the world, wherever you're at. I don't know the time zones around the world. Sorry. Or I'd help you out, but hope you do join us for that. Just had Friday the 14th on the Smores Indoors podcast, which can be found there at smoresindoorspodcast.com. Had a fun time with him. It was an awesome time. So hope you check that show out. Check out our other episodes as well. We've had Piz Al on. Oh, yeah, there we go. Tyson #1 fan. Yes, it is free on YouTube. You just search Hack-A-Lantern. And I'll also have the link in the description for the video tomorrow night, so you can just click on it and find it that way. So, but yes, it is free. It's not a public domain movie, but it's such a shitty movie. I guess they don't care that it's on there free. So, so yeah.
What I miss?
Not a whole lot. I was just kind of talking about the show tomorrow night, so
It's gonna be fun, man.
yeah, I'm excited.
It's gonna be quite a bit of fun.
I'm gonna hit the edibles early and cruise in, and hopefully I can get this thing started. I don't know. We'll see.
Dude, if I did edibles and then try to do it, wouldn't be good. Did edibles one time. I told you about it, didn't I?
Yeah.
That is a true story. Like, have you ever done that thing where like you come in and out of consciousness, or like being self-aware, like sentient, if you will? Yeah. Like I was out for a while and everybody's in bed, and like the only conscious memory I had was like coming to, like standing in the corner petting my speaker and just watching the Joe Rogan Experience. And I was like, I gotta go to bed.
Dude, I got this. That reminds me of a story. You know, like you can get the pill form or the liquid NyQuil.
Yeah.
Back when I was in college, I was dating this girl, and she was like, she wasn't like addicted to NyQuil, but she was like, anytime you had a little, you felt like shit or something, she's like, take some NyQuil.
It's like Robitussin. You rub that shit on anything.
Right. She had the bottles, you know.
Yeah.
She gave them to me twice. First time we're laying in the bed, and like in the middle of the night, I just grabbed this drink that was on the side of the bed and poured it in the bed.
So and you can't take NyQuil?
Not liquid form. I could take the pills, but not the liquid form.
I've never met anybody that has adverse effects to NyQuil.
So the second time, we're staying up at her sister's house. Her sister lived a couple hours away, and it may have been for their wedding or something. We were staying up there, and they had like this console, like an old school console, like radio, okay, next to the bed. She woke me up because I had taken that shit, and I was like slamming my head into that.
Oh my God, dude. You may have some sort of other like sleeping disorder that like is amplified. Like, do you sleepwalk?
No.
I do.
I'll never take it. So.
No, man, there for a while, I guess I was addicted to like ZQuil. That was the only way I could go to sleep for a long time.
It's crazy.
Hey, we got 4 people watching. Remember, guys, in the description, if you click on it, you can hop in here with us.
Yeah, we did have 5, but when you came back, 1 left. So I don't know what that says.
Man, no love.
Yeah. Oh well.
So how can I see like comments and stuff on my end, and like how many people are watching?
I think you have to pull out you have to go to YouTube and you can like pull it out if you didn't start the stream. I'm not sure. Someone was saying that on the show with Piz the other night.
Yeah, because I was wondering how people were reading comments. Like I can see some comments over here, and there's a private chat.
Yeah. Any comments, I'll throw them up here too. I'll recognize you. We're not big enough for super chats yet, so it's okay.
Yeah. It is nice. Like we've had a steady stream of people in here. Like there's been somebody.
Here's in here. There he is.
Whoops. What happened? I refreshed the wrong page. Like, whoops.
Yeah, that's pretty good for 5 people at the most for Friday night.
Yeah, thank you guys.
COVID bound, but
yeah, I think every other one of our live streams, it's been like 1, maybe. So,
and we really didn't hype this. So
no, I just texted you like what, an hour ago or something, a little longer.
Yeah. So, well, what to talk about, folks? Give us some topics here.
Yeah, we want to hear about.
I'll answer any questions for you.
Yeah, we're only on like 7 different channels live streaming with anybody, so there's got to be something we haven't talked about, right?
I'm running out of shit to talk about. Thank God we don't have a show this week.
I actually thought that. I was like, man, I honestly, I'm gonna be talked out. Like, by the time Monday night came around, I was just like, I can't do it. Ugh.
Yes, Tyson #1 fan. hopefully tomorrow will bring in more fans. I think it will. I know Tony's gonna probably pull in some people, so we're excited about that. I'm excited to have him on. It's going to be fun, I think.
It is. It is. And you know what? Every time we do something, whether it be a live stream, show, whatever, man, we always seem to gain new fans and subscribers. So
yeah, greatly
appreciated that somebody would even, contemplate listening to us. So thank you.
Tyson, #1 fan again. Have you seen The Rental? Did you watch that?
No, I want to see that and The Relic.
Yeah, I haven't watched either one yet either. I may try to do that Sunday.
Doesn't that have the kid? Doesn't The Rental have the kid from Shameless in it? Dude, please, do you watch Shameless?
No, I don't.
Oh, dude, get on that like right now. Yeah, like awesome. leave the chat, come back. No, but yeah, I think it has the guy from Shameless in it. What about you, Tyson fan? Have you seen it? What are your thoughts?
I was hop on Tyson fan too.
Yeah. Just do it.
Feel free. Yeah, just do it as your avatar says. No, yeah, I definitely want to see both those, especially The Relic. And also that movie, I checked out the trailer for that Blood Vessel movie that Lauren was talking about. That looks really good. So, do you read it or hear them talk about that?
No, Lauren suggested it. So what country is it from?
Well, I think it's in English, I'm pretty sure. So
okay.
It's about kind of a vampire on this ship or something. He says it gets away from the romantic vampire story. So
Blood Vessel. I get it.
Yeah. So
10 points for creativity.
Yeah.
It's it's actually a sequel to Ghost Ship.
It's kind of a cheesy name, but it looks really good. So
I had an idea for I'd actually have an idea. I had a better name for a movie that I saw once. It was super cheesy. Did you ever see Blood Car?
No, I didn't.
It's really dumb. It's about a post-apocalyptic world where fuel is no longer available, so this dude invents a car that runs on blood. So kills people and uses their blood to run his car. Now, the name of the movie is Blood Car. The obvious name for the movie was Blood Drive.
Yeah.
Why would you not go with Blood Drive?
Good question. Yeah, that would have been way better.
Yeah. The dude should have just called me up.
There we go. Tyson fan. Not yet. Think about renting it on demand, but I want to hear what others think. Yeah, I think Piz and Lauren, I know they both saw it. They were both kind of thought it was okay, but
let's see, I'm looking at it. Is it one of those? Yeah. How much is it to rent? Oh, it's like $6.99. Dave Franco directed it. I didn't know that.
I heard them talking about that too. Did you see he's going to play Vanilla Ice?
Yeah, that's like pretty decent casting too.
Yeah, I saw the picture. It looks pretty good. So,
King of Staten Island. It's still $20, but I want to see that.
That's good. If you're a Bill Burr fan, that's good.
Relic. Rad is on Vudu.
Is it? Well,
yeah.
Shit. Who needs $200 for it when you could?
I mean, honestly, it's not a movie I would. Do you have a copy now, or did you sell both yours?
I sold them both.
I just shipped the one that I sold out today.
Man, I like that movie from back in the day, but it's not worth keeping for $150.
No. I still don't get why the people who are paying that kind of money, who obviously really want this release, why didn't you just buy it a month ago?
It wasn't like it sold out in 5 minutes.
No, it made it through the entire weekend of that sale.
I bet they were selling for that before they sold out.
Yeah, I mean, but what I'm saying is there were 3 days that you could have ordered at least 2 of them.
Yeah. So,
and then 2 hours after it came back up.
Wasn't like that Severance sale. It was.
It happened. Yeah, the Vinegar Center sale actually happened.
Had no issues with their website during that sale.
No, kudos to them, man.
Kudos
to them, man.
Yeah. I don't know. There's no movie I would pay that much for one movie.
Dude, I mean, I have a problem with it with box sets too. Like, and I'm such a cheapskate though when it comes to movies.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's the only way you can have a large collection. Like, and unless you're like loaded, right? Is that you have to shop the deals. You got to buy secondhand. You know, you can't buy every $30 release that comes out.
Yeah, and I prefer to do that. I mean, I was talking to my girlfriend about that today. I was like, she was talking about, you can go online and get pretty much anything. I was like, yeah, but for me, I like going out and finding it. Even if I had to pay a few more dollars, I'd rather like go find it.
Yeah, like you accomplish something, right? Especially like around here, whenever I find like a boutique or a, just something that you wouldn't expect the general public to like. And like a secondhand shop, it's like a win, man. Like I found a copy of Zombie on Blu-ray at the Money Tree one time, and I was like, I could have swore I was the only person in this town that ever heard of that movie.
Right. Yeah, Rad is a classic, but I've never paid what it's going for, but I would sell it immediately if I did have it. Yeah, that's why I did that. I paid $30 and sold it for $50.
Yeah. Like I got mine in, looked at it, and put it on eBay. Like
I mean, I paid $100 for that Dawn of the Dead, but it's like a huge package with a lot of extra stuff. Rad was basically like a 4K you'd get at Walmart with a cool cover.
Yeah, and it's not Dawn of the Dead, right? So
no, Dawn of the Dead's a horror classic to me.
Yeah, to everyone.
Top 10, top 5 zombie movie, maybe top 10 to 20 horror movie, period, at least in my opinion. Rad is forgettable. I mean,
yeah, it's
how many times are you going to rewatch it?
It's kitschy. It's like it's trendy right now to be like, oh, I love Rad, right? Yeah. Like, so I mean, that's just everybody's, oh yeah, I knew about Rad. No, you didn't. Yeah. You didn't know Rad was a thing.
People only said they loved it because it never had a physical release. Had that movie been like one of these Mill Creek releases, like they put out the Legend of Billie Jean, people felt the same way about that movie back in the day.
Yeah,
and it was $7. Why not?
Yep. It is wild that they did that release, like limited to 12,000, and then like immediately put it on digital platforms.
Yeah. Kind of shitty.
I wonder, you know what? I'm gonna look at this because I'm like, I know like Vinegar Syndrome doesn't own the digital rights. I wonder if it shows who.
Oh, looky here, we guessed.
Giant Interactive.
Slaughterport joined us. What's up, man?
What's up, guys?
What up, man? I like that Motel Hell poster.
Thank you.
What's going on? What's been going on with you today?
I know, like Vinegar Syndrome doesn't own the digital rights.
Not a whole lot.
Cool. Well, thanks for joining us. We're just hanging out. Yeah.
I hear myself.
Yeah.
Yeah. My YouTube is behind where y'all are at now, so I had to mute it.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
So Giant Interactive owns the streaming rights to Rad.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Yeah. So what's up, man? What have you been watching lately? Anything good?
Yes and no. I watched a movie called My Soul to Keep for 2009. The guy who directed remember a movie called Jinn? Came out 2016, 2017.
June. Maybe I'm just blanking on it. Let me see here. Although it does slightly ring a bell. Yes, I do. I never saw it.
I haven't either.
Mm-hmm.
This is, I guess, his last film. But it's kind of like it's more for kids, like a Monster Squad, but not with the same elements. More paranormal, but it's kind of got a twist at the end, and it's probably the best movie I've watched this year.
That sounds like fun. There needs to be more movies like that, like the Monster Squad. They just don't make movies like that anymore.
I love that movie.
And it's on Tubia for free.
Oh, cool. And Tubi's a good app.
Yes.
But yeah, that's like a whole forgotten subgenre of films. This like group of kids. I guess, Stranger Things fills that void right now. But just group of kids versus adversity. Like
I think it's a lot harder to do in these times with technology and all that stuff.
Yeah, kids don't hang out together anymore.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I was going to say. That's why Stranger Things is kind of set in the 80s, because I'd never see kids riding around on bikes together anymore. So
no, man. If they talk, they're talking on Xbox Live or something. Like,
right.
Like we're criticizing that like as we're on the internet talking to each other. Right?
It's a pandemic, damn it.
And I'm an adult. It'd be strange if I was riding a bike everywhere and hanging out with 12-year-olds.
You could say you're just trying to get your fitness in.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll have to check that out. Like I said, I love Monster Squad, but God, that's been years since I watched that one too. So.
Oh.
What's your what's some of your favorite horror movies, just so we know kind of where you're coming from?
Friday Part 5.
There you go.
Awesome.
Dawn of the Dead.
I like it.
And then probably the Leprechaun franchise as a whole. I don't think it's one that gets discussed as much.
It's super fun, right?
It is. It is.
Like, probably like a hallmark of the 90s, like pre-Scream. Probably one of the most memorable movies of the 90s, pre-Scream.
Yep.
Yeah.
What's your favorite one of those? Because I have an unconventional one.
Probably it's a tie between Leprechaun in Space and Leprechaun in the Hood.
Yeah, I could see that. In the Hood more so than Space, but mine's actually 3. Like where they're I think in Reno. It's not actually Vegas, but
yeah.
I love that one. And I don't know if it's just the one I saw like a bunch when I was a kid, but I love it.
Awesome. So you mentioned Friday 5 and Dawn of the Dead. Did you get pre-order either of those sets?
Yeah, I pre-ordered the Friday box set, and I didn't get the Dawn of the Dead set.
Yeah, I mean it's pricey. No, you go ahead, man. I didn't have anything to say really.
We both tried to fight the urge to buy that Friday set, but just couldn't do it.
Yeah, so I missed out on the 10 set, so I didn't have it. I got the 1 through 8 that Paramount did, but
yeah,
that's where Corey was too. I had the 10, and like I just bought the 10 in like February, so I really felt like, God, am I gonna buy this again? Like I'm gonna spend a measurable amount of money on these movies twice in 1 year. So,
well, did you order it off Scream Factory or Amazon?
Both, actually. I bought 2.
See, I mean, I think you'll be able to make more than your money back on the lithograph and poster alone.
I do too, and I know that's like frowned upon, right? But at the end of the day, man, I'm poor. I'm just a poor boy trying to, trying to get through it. So. But I mean, I think the posters, since they limited those to 7,000, those lithographs are going to be ridiculous. So,
could you imagine how much they'd be if they kept them limited to 1,300?
Oh my God, that was like immediate. Like I remember I was refreshing the page, like waiting for the announcement. And it wasn't an hour later. They're like, hey, we have to bump this up to 7,000.
Yeah. I mean, you get $400 or $500 for them things. If they kept them at 1,300.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. But I think limiting the set to 13,000 is the dumbest thing they could have done.
See, part of me wonders if that was their agreement with Paramount or New Line or whoever, that hey, you can only release the X amount of these, because I would almost bet that they're going to put a set out of their own in 4K later down the line.
See, I don't know if they are. I think the time to do it was now. And Paramount is not, I don't think Paramount's going to push any more money into those. Personally, I mean, I could be completely wrong, but I don't think that Paramount or New Line has the interest in putting any more money into those than more so, say, than Scream Factory would. Because, I mean, they did go through the trouble of doing the first 4 movies. They did 4K transfers for those. So, and I'm sure that wasn't cheap.
No. But Scream Factory did them, and I wonder if how that works with their agreement, if they can have the rights to them 4K scans and release their own
I'd certainly hope so. I'd certainly hope so, man. My big hope is you know, at least for the past couple months, like we knew it was coming. Like everybody knew that they were working on it. It was just, please let it be 4K. And I guess not everybody shared my sentiment on that though, but I really wanted a 4K set.
I mean, I think everybody did, and I think for the most part they need it. But I mean, you're looking at a $400 or $500 box set. They 4K scanned all of them.
That is, and that's probably the reason they won't do it, right? So, yeah. But that's, you know, if it was $400, I'd pay $400 for, you know, all, was it 12 movies? Yeah, in a heartbeat.
Yeah. Yeah, I kind of think
go ahead.
Paramount was going to do a 4K release. They might have done it on that. For the first one recently. So
I think they missed the mark on that one, because all they did was repackage the Blu-ray. It's been out forever.
Yes, yeah. That was really disappointing. That at least Scream Factory came in and gave us something for the anniversary, right? So
yeah. Which the special features on the Part 1 Blu-ray that Paramount did, they shot all that at Scarefest convention in Lexington.
Yep.
That I was there for. So we got to sit in on the panel that they recorded for that. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, old Dead Pit did the moderating for that, didn't they?
Yeah. That's how I found you guys.
Oh, really?
It's your episode with Dead Pit. So yeah, I'm from Kentucky as well.
Oh, me too.
So, yeah. And it's weird because like the whole YouTube horror scene started with Dead Pit because they're from Kentucky, and it led me to Piz. He's from Kentucky as well.
Yeah.
So I don't know what it is with Kentucky and horror.
We've seen wrong turn happen in real life, buddy. That's what it is.
That is true.
What part of Kentucky are you from, man?
I'm from Breckinridge County. It's not too far from. I'm like in between Owensboro and Louisville.
All right, I'm in Owensboro, so you're not far from me, man. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, that's where I do most of. If I gotta go anywhere big, go to Owensboro.
It's funny to think of Owensboro as the big place. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it is. Yeah. But it's crazy because Owensboro is like the 3rd biggest city in Kentucky.
It is, but it's just like it's really spread out. Like it's
yeah. The only thing that I don't know why they're killing Frederica and moving to 54, because 54 is just so small and I hate it. Traffic's awful.
It is, man. I live on the far end. I mean, this is super. Like, if anybody else is watching, they're just like, "What?" But I live on like the very far east end, like towards Whitesville.
Yeah.
So off of 54. So it's really nice out here. Like I can get to like anything really quick, but there's not a lot of going on out here.
Have you been to Second Charles lately?
Yeah, man. Me and Corey actually met up there about a month ago.
I went last weekend. They were having a buy 5 get 5 free on all their Blu-rays and DVDs.
Did you get anything? Because I have trouble putting together 10 things in there that like I could walk out with.
I did, but it wasn't like nothing major. It was just stuff I wanted to watch, like because they don't have many Blu-rays at all, really.
No,
I got
they
like
don't.
Hills Have Eyes remake on Blu-ray, VHS on Bluray, Event Horizon on Blu-ray.
It's that one you picked up, Corey.
Probably the one I put back.
Probably. And I picked up The Hills Run Red on DVD because I've heard a lot of good things about it, but I didn't want to spend $30 on Scream Factory release and not like it.
Yeah, Corey, what'd you think of Hills Run Red, man? Haven't we talked about that?
It's fine, but it's not one I would like pay $30 for. That's for sure.
Yeah, I feel the same
I'm
way,
not
man.
as a lot of people are on that one, but
DVD's fine for me.
yeah.
Well, it's not that old either, is it? I mean, 2008-ish, maybe?
Yeah, it's not super old. I think they were trying to kickstart a franchise there, and it just didn't work out.
Yeah, probably.
You know, that's a... Yeah, who is it? What's her name?
Sophie Monk, is that her name?
The around 2008, man, like, I don't know if you guys remember this, but Walmart used to get, like, they used to get everything. So you get any kind of weird horror movie that would come out, you know, just walking there on a Tuesday, and there's a little section just for basically weird horror movies. And it felt like every other week there was something that was, you could tell they were trying to kickstart a franchise with. Like Laid to Rest came out around that time. Behind the Mask, The Rise of Leslie Vernon. Hatchet came out at that time. Splinter. Just all kinds of wacky stuff that kind of went nowhere.
Yeah.
It's like a
Wolf Creek era. Is that in that era?
Little after Wolf
Creek. Yeah. Because Wolf Creek was more 2006-ish, I think.
Okay. I was in high school. So
yeah, me as well.
05 or so, something like that.
Yeah.
Which they ended up doing a Wolf Creek sequel like years later.
And it goes on TV show too, I think.
It did, yeah.
Shudder, maybe?
Shudder or El Rey? I can't think.
Yeah, one too. Which is hard to believe. I watched Laid to Rest not too long ago. I remember liking it when it came out, and it's awful, and I can't believe they made a sequel.
That sequel is dog shit.
It can't be any worse than the first one, right?
I remember liking the first one. I probably haven't watched it in 10 years.
See, I remember too, and it's just bad. Like the best part about it, which I didn't realize, is Cersei Lannister's in it from Game of Thrones.
Oh, wow. The effects are fantastic in that movie, though.
Yeah. Well, see, I think the director is a
he's an effects artist. Yeah. What do you think of it, Corey?
I never saw it.
You never saw it? I mean, it's worth a watch.
I'll give it a watch sometime. Yeah, I never did watch it.
I think it's on Tubi as well.
That was a weird era for me because what year did you say? Like,
man, it was like 08, 09.
Yep.
And I had like kids in diapers and like a weird time. I wasn't watching a lot more at the time. And,
I just got out of high school at that time, and I had zero responsibilities. So I was just watching everything.
Yeah. Dude, you know what's crazy? Monday, I'll have a 20-year-old.
Holy shit, dude.
It's crazy.
Wow. Man, I think it's weird I have a 4-year-old.
Oh.
What about you, man? You got any kids?
Yeah, I got a 5-year-old.
Well, enjoy those young years because, damn, they go fast.
Any of your kids like horror movies?
Mine?
Yeah.
Casually, they're not like Die Hard.
They're normies,
Yeah. I mean, they got their own bullshit going on,
Yeah.
But they like some stuff.
What's a decent age to let your kids? There you go. What's a decent age to let your kids start watching this stuff?
I guess it depends what it is.
Hmm.
You can start them. And I'm old, but I remember like starting with like Universal monsters. You know, I grew up watching that stuff when I started, and of course, I kind of like ramped up really quick because I've talked about this before. I used to go to my friend's house in the summer while his mom was at work, and I mean, we watched any movie that had any little bit of nudity in it we could, because she had like everything Max and Showtime. But I mean, we were watching all the Fridays and all that stuff, you know. So I'm probably a bad example on like what you should let your kid watch because I just watched whatever.
I mean, my kid watches a lot of stuff with me,
right?
And sometimes I'm like, you know what I mean? But she seems to enjoy it, which is, I think, even scarier. Right? But like, I have a line. Like there's no way, like, if I'm ever watching Chainsaw, she can watch it with me.
Right. Yeah, I think just you have to use your best judgment.
Yeah, because I was watching that stuff like way too early. But I mean, you can say whatever you want about it. Like, it became this lifelong obsession for me, right? So who knows?
Well, here's the one thing I think is, you know, if you let your kids watch some of this stuff, whatever, that's your prerogative.
Mm-hmm.
It's how you parent them the rest of the time, you know, that
right
gonna who they are. So I'm happy to say that, you know, I don't have any issues with my kids. I never have. They're not defiant. They're not bad kids at all. Two of them went out and got jobs on their own. Didn't even have to push them to do that.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. You know, a kid. If your kid's going to be a good kid, they're going to be a good kid. If not, then you got other issues anyway. So
yeah, my thing is, like, I'll be around other parents and like something will be on TV and like you'll hear a curse word or something. Be like, oh, we have to turn this off. Like, oh, ooh, okay, never mind. Sorry, I didn't know we rolled like that.
I definitely never policed like stuff with language with my kids.
They're gonna hear it like everywhere. Like, I think it might be worse if you shield them from it, because fuck is a fun word, okay? And if you keep that from somebody, the first time they hear it, they're gonna use it with everything.
I've heard worse stuff sometimes walking my kids through the stupid ass Walmart. So
yes,
you know, whatever.
I think it's even worse now today than what it was before with, you know, YouTube. If you're not monitoring where your kids are watching on YouTube, they can get a hold of whatever they want.
Yeah, that's another
scary.
Yeah.
You know, once my kids got internet capable devices, how am I going to spend all my time policing what they're doing? Really, you know.
Yeah.
And I shouldn't have to. They should have the better judgment to not do something stupid.
The real scary part about that was, like, do you guys remember that big scandal with YouTube Kids where there was like videos being put out that were like just absolutely terrible, like sexually suggestive and extremely violent and dark, that were being passed through to YouTube Kids? And so I mean every toddler's got a tablet now. So right. they're just watching colors and sound, man. You know what I mean? And if that rolls up, that's terrible.
Yeah. I don't know. It's
I'll get off my pulpit now, I guess.
I will say though, like, I think the internet used properly can really advantage kids into
absolutely
quicker. So
absolutely weird change. That was a weird, took a weird left there.
spoken like from the guy that went and bought recreational marijuana tonight. That's
yeah, man, I was telling him, like, that's bullshit, dude. We don't get none of that down here in Kentucky.
No, yeah, you can't do that here.
I mean, you can. Somebody has something to say about it.
Oh, you can do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, my kids are grown. Screw y'all.
So, man,
live stream tomorrow.
So, Slaughterport, where do you hit up for movies, man? Like, where do you go around here?
I get most of my stuff off Amazon or whatever, having it sell online. But if I go to ones where I'll hit up Peddler's Mall and the other flea market, which I think they're closing, right? The new one.
I was about to say they're closing Peddler's Mall, man.
Yeah. And
me and Corey got kicked out of there for not having masks.
Yeah, they was. I went there last weekend or weekend before, and they was like, if you had it below your nose, you better put that thing up or use it out of there. But there's Second Charles now. Because there's really not Best Buy. I went to Best Buy because I'm looking for the Steelbook of the Goonies.
There is nothing at Best Buy.
As soon as you walk in, that's it. Like new releases, and that's all they got.
That one little gondola. That's it. It's sad.
Yeah, and I mean everything I used to go to ain't there anymore. Like the Book of Music Exchange.
Yep.
Which I guess the Money Tree's still there.
Money Tree's like hanging on by a thread, man.
So that's where I used to go and get trade in, 2 for 1 for all the VHS tapes.
Yeah.
His Money Tree. And then I got real big into VHS collecting a while ago. I had to slow down because I had too many. But I would go to Star Trek Video, and
we went there too.
Did you? I can't remember the owner's name.
Steve.
Yeah, and I was because I hadn't been in there in years, which it's been 3 or 4 years, but I hadn't been in there probably since I was a kid. And he had just so much stuff. I bought a bunch, and anytime he got new horror VHSs in, he took my number and he'd call me. So
that was a cool place. I just had to have my lungs scrubbed for after I left.
Yeah, I'm surprised. I don't know how he's still open, honestly.
Last time I was there, he gave me a nice little gift. He gave me Lethal Weapon 3 on Laserdisc. So
which is weird. I haven't when the one that used to be Royal King, the new one opened. I guess it's Peddler's Mall.
Peddler's Mall, yeah.
When they first opened, dude, somebody had a booth there that had wasn't Laserdisc. What was the other ones that were in the
CDs?
Was it? They're in the plastic.
They're in the plastic, and those were So you would put them in the whole thing in the player and then pull it out.
Okay, yeah. They had a whole thing of them, but none of that stuff's there anymore.
I found a bunch of them at the Goodwill in Owensboro. Those CDs. I gotta quit buying stuff because it's nifty. Like I have to use it, right? Like,
yeah. I mean, it depends. Like on that, if it's like a Friday 13th or something, I'd pick it up, but I'm not gonna pick up.
I think at this point I only have one VHS. That's it. I got Killer Condom up there. That's it.
Wow.
I went overboard. Like Instagram years ago, there's a whole community of horror VHS collectors, and you could just trade tapes all day long.
Oh yeah. I mean, it looks like a fun thing. Corey, you have any VHS?
No, I don't anymore. I think I got rid of all that shit. So, thankfully.
Kept some of them. I mean, it's wild how much some of them goes for now.
Yeah. I always look for like horror VHS if I'm at some little rinky-dink place, but just to sell it off if I find it. But.
Yeah, those big box VHSs are ridiculous.
Yeah. Which I actually got a Miss 45 big box VHS, and I got it from Star Trek Video.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, Steve will sell you anything in that building.
Oh, yeah. He let me know that the first time I walked in.
It's like everything is for sale. So you just let us know. Yeah, we had I don't know if you listen to any of our podcasts, but we actually had my parents owned a pizza restaurant in Owensboro, and we actually had a small Star Trek Video inside the restaurant.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cool. See, I don't know if it's just around here, but it's Tanning Pizza Videos that's everything together when I was younger.
Tanning especially. Just you go get a tan, rent you a movie.
That one Piz talked about was like the ultimate because you could tan, get a pizza, rent a movie, rent a tuxedo, and do your taxes.
I even remember like even grocery store, like mom and pop grocery stores.
Yep,
they would have video sections as well. I think the Kroger, I don't know what it was back then in Owensboro, they used to have VHSs you could rent.
Foodland on 60.
Man, I had a grocery store in my town that was like that, and they had like the ultimate WWF collection. So it was like anytime we didn't get pay-per-view, so anytime like the WrestleMania, that's how I watched it, was when the tape came out and that store got it. So yeah.
Old Coliseum VHSs.
Yes.
The big boxes and
yeah. I wish I owned some of those. I would own those if I found them. Actually, I do have one VHS. I have the SummerSlam where Mach and Liz got married on it.
Nice.
I found that at a store one day for $1. I'm like, well, I'm buying this. The box was a little crunched, but oh well. I need to display that in here somewhere, actually.
For sure. Oh, I should not have started drinking. Just gonna slide this away from me now.
Yeah, please do.
Yeah.
You need to save that for tomorrow.
I know, dude. It's gonna be bad. We've been on. Actually, I may be okay. We've been on for an hour and a half now, so I can probably make it through the movie without getting sloshed.
Yeah. Yeah, it's only like an hour and a half, I think. So.
Yeah. Have you seen Hack-A-Lantern?
I have not.
Neither have I. So.
You gonna watch the stream tomorrow?
Yeah, we're planning to.
Awesome.
Yep. It's going to be a tough one, man, because we're going head-to-head with Dead Pit. I brought that up to West today.
Head-to-head. I have to put them on one on my laptop, one on my phone or something.
Yeah, we're going to offer... are you a wrestling fan?
Yeah.
We're going to offer Uncle Bill a contract, try to sign him over, New World Order style.
Yeah.
Not a very big contract, okay?
No, but it's more he's getting paid at Dead Pit. So.
Like said, if we can't get him, we'll just slide Michael Chiklis in, and no one will know the difference.
Yeah, for Steve, yeah.
Probably just offer him a new pair of khaki pants, and he'll be all over it.
Yeah.
Bill's khaki paints.
Throw the promo up here. Yes.
Hack-A-Lantern.
Let me make that full screen.
Dude, do you get any kind of vinegar syndrome collecting or anything?
No, not really. I mean, the only time I'd have bought from him was that sale, and I missed the sale. So
we pissed that entire community off.
Yeah, I listened to that episode
in unison. They kicked Corey out of their group.
Yeah. Oh, no big loss.
Yeah.
I just find it weird. I mean, like other than Scream Factory, which they're in a boutique label, like what is it? Vinegar Syndrome and Synapse Films, horror and 70s, 80s porn.
I don't get the porn. I just don't understand the porn.
The only thing I can think of is it's cheap to license, and people's going to buy it.
And that's what I don't understand. Like, I would hope there's some kind of significance to the titles they're putting out, and I'm just like not a part of that group, right? So I don't get it.
Yeah.
Because if people are just wanting porn, like there's a place online that they need to know about. Like
it's for free.
Pornhub.com is just ask steak sauce.
Exactly. Yeah. He got a premium membership.
Obviously it sells because I would almost bet that's what keeps them in business to begin with and how they started.
Please. That Rad release alone though, that made them a chunk.
Yeah. I'm just begging them. They do such a good job. I'm begging them to use some of that money on some decent titles.
Yeah, I mean, they do great.
So, I mean, honestly, if they could grab the Hitcher, that'd be awesome. But I don't know.
Yeah, well,
I think
I checked
better than Rad.
Yeah. I seen a copy of Rad with a lithograph cover on eBay, and it still had like 5 days left, and it's already at $90.
Yeah, I just sold mine today for like 140. So
that's ridiculous. When you could literally go on the website now and buy the one without the lithograph for $34.
No, you can't buy anything right now. It's completely dead.
Is it? No.
They press 12,000 copies, and that's it.
Well, see, when you go on the site, it's like still on there, like you can add it to your cart.
All of their stuff that's not
that's
out of print is still on the site for some reason.
Okay.
Yeah, but no, that's the whole reason. Like, I don't know if it was explicitly made clear that they were only going to do X amount of those, and like they weren't going to release it at all after that. Like, I think everybody thought there would be without the slipcover, you'd be able to get it like Tammy and the T-Rex, but nope. They're done with it.
I still say they're scalping their own shit.
I mean, you gotta be, because imagine the money they're missing out for not making more copies.
Maybe that's why they leave it on the website, so they can say, "Oh, it's sold out here. Well, let me go. I want it really bad. Let me go find it online." And
I mean, I'm glad that they limited it and made me a little change, So I'm probably gonna buy it digitally though, just so I can say I saw the movie.
Oh, there you go. How much is it on there?
I don't know. Let me see. It's on Amazon Prime too.
Not for free though, right?
No, not for free. It's one of the ones you have to buy. Rad. It's like one of their top sellers right now. It's $20 for the HD. So no, I will not be buying it.
Ridiculous.
You can rent it for $4.99. So.
Oh gosh. What else we got to talk about?
I don't know. Is that Criterion sale still going on?
Yeah, it's going till Sunday. I thought we'd hit that up if you want to go.
Yeah, like I said, I just need to see what time it needs to do that. And then, because I do want to go.
That's fine.
Yeah. Because I want to hit Is it still Coconuts?
Yeah.
Glad they didn't change it to FYE.
Man, I went to the FYE, one of the FYEs in Indy when I was up there. Mm-hmm. And all their vinyl was on sale.
Is that where you got the It one? The It vinyl?
Yeah. And it was $30, but that thing goes for like $70 online.
Jeez. And I got to get that Unsolved Mysteries, man. That's like my most wanted vinyl right now.
Yeah, it's cool. That's pretty cheap on Amazon, I think.
It was sold out like for a long time. It's on my wish list. I need to go check it.
Yeah, it's like $24 on there.
I was hoping somebody on Gifting for Men would just get it.
Yeah. Just don't get the glow in the dark one if there's an option for that.
What's up with the glow in the dark one?
All glow in the dark vinyl sounds like shit.
Really?
Yeah, there's something with it that I don't know why it does it, but it doesn't sound good. So.
They have one used for $40.
Yeah, I think you can get it probably a better deal on it somewhere.
Volume 2's back in stock though.
Yeah, I need to grab that.
It's $35.99.
Not too bad.
That was a cool looking DVD set. Have you ever seen that?
Yeah.
In the little chest.
The chest thing. God, that thing's like crazy expensive though.
It's $500 on Amazon, but
you know what? It's free on Pluto.
Yeah, it's free on Amazon, everywhere. Don't throw it on YouTube though; they'll take that shit down.
Yeah, crazy. Oh man. Oh.
Yeah, I'm starting to get a little tired myself. Oh. Well, we can wrap it up if you want to.
Yeah, I guess so. It was a fun little hop on.
It was, man. Yep. Yeah, thanks for hopping on, man. It's fun. Nice to see a fellow Kentuckian representing out here.
We're definitely going to do this more often. Just throw the link in there and let people join us. It's kind of fun to.
Oh yeah, it's fun.
People that are watching, I appreciate you checking out the show too.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Happy to have you as a listener. And what do you think about the just podcast format? I wanted to do a little different than just YouTube, and I tried to bring, especially interview wise, I've worked in like news media for 11 years now, so I try to bring like a journalist approach to the interviews, and hopefully it's a little different. So have you enjoyed like that portion of the show?
Yeah. It's a really good show. I listen to it every 2 weeks, every Monday when it comes out.
Yeah. We're really lucky. We're really lucky to get the people we got on it for sure. So
yeah, because I mean, like I said, CK is what led me to you guys when he posted the link that he was on this podcast. And then I kind of just went back, seen you had Piz and Christian.
Yep, all the heavy hitters in the YouTube horror community, right?
Yeah,
we should have. I know Jonathan's working on. Do you still watch Piz?
Yep.
Yeah, Jonathan's trying to get Lorne, that's on there, for a little aliens debate. I know that he's trying to work on that. And,
you think he's going to give you guys any room to talk? He likes to talk.
I like Lauren, and I get where he's coming from. So I think you just have to know how to talk with Lauren. I think he thinks sometimes I'm attacking him, but
yeah, I watch a lot of his live streams he does too.
Yeah, he comes at it from a completely different angle. I'll give that dude that because like I said, I like him. I watch his channel all the time, but sometimes I'll watch his reviews and I'm like, dude, you watched a different movie than I saw because I didn't catch any of that. Like I didn't know there was nuance to that. Like I didn't like so.
Yeah.
He ducked me though, man. He wouldn't commit. You see that?
Oh,
yeah. Yeah, wouldn't commit. We'll get steak. What do you think? We'll have steak sauce on. He's starting his own podcast.
Oh yeah,
he's a fun one to listen to.
He is.
We'll promote his show. I know
the Off the Grill podcast with steak sauce.
It's gonna be a weird show. I can tell you that much right now.
It's gonna be strange. I think it's just gonna be him too.
It's gonna go from horror to the strip club to like pizza to
yep.
Talk about.
And if he's doing it by himself, man, it takes balls. It's like Joey Styles on ECW doing it all by himself. It's hard to do.
Although I could see him doing a podcast by himself and it lasting like 7.5 hours.
I could see him do it. I don't think he's gonna have trouble filling time.
No.
So
yeah. Yeah, we'll play. Who's some other people you'd like to see on the show? I'm sure we can probably meet up, get some people on. Or there's some other people that you enjoy that we should try to get on?
I mean, for the most part, like all them guys with the Sausage Factory, because I used to watch that. I'm just really newer to the horror YouTube community as a whole. Like, it was mostly I'd listen and watch anything that Dead Pit posted or Piz. So
yeah. And that was me forever, dude. I was listening to Dead Pit. I told Wes this when he came on. I started listening to Dead Pit in 06. So like podcast wasn't even a thing, right?
No.
Back then. So
yeah, was you on the message boards?
Yes, I was. Those were the harshest message boards on the internet. And I was terrified to post on there because I just knew that somebody would jump all over it.
So it was like the Vinegar Syndrome group.
Less toxic, but like you could get called out really quick for not knowing your shit.
I see.
And there were so many characters that came from that. Piz was a character, right? Like Piz posted on there. Piz came from there. Then there was like Russ. I can't remember what his name was. He had a podcast for a little bit. Steve popped up from out of there. I mean, and then he eventually was in the show. There was all kinds of controversies.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of those, but
they almost got sued. Like they got in quite a bit of trouble at one point.
Shit. Like I caught on to them. I actually saw Piz first, and I caught on to them from him. But like the last year they were on, so I caught on with them, and then I started doing WrestleManiacs with them, and then everything ended. So
yeah, I was really bummed, dude, when they ended the show. I'm glad they're back doing stuff.
Yeah.
So
something good came out of this COVID shit.
Yeah.
It was always cool for me to see. I mean, these dudes from Kentucky that sounded more redneck than I did, and they was doing interviews with like John Carpenter, you name it, and that John Carpenter interview they had was really good. Have you ever watched a John Carpenter interview?
Oh yeah, I have.
He seems like he's not too too easygoing to talk to.
No, he seems like he's just annoyed to be there. He's like,
Yeah.
yes, I made those movies like 40 years ago.
Yeah, Halloween. Oh my god.
Halloween was fine. I don't really fucking care. Like that's basically what it is. He's like, yeah, I made it. It's fine. It was a William Shatner mask. Nobody took it too seriously. Like, so do you have a YouTube channel or anything, man?
Yeah, I do. I just started one not too long ago.
Oh well, I will have to subscribe.
Yeah, is it Slaughter Report? Is that your YouTube?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yes.
Everybody that checks out this video, make sure you check out that channel. I'm gonna show you some love for being on with us.
Appreciate it,
man. You ought to hop on Piz's live streams too, man. He does those monthly.
Yeah, he usually does them during the week, and I work night shift, so I'm usually watching them while I'm at work.
Yeah.
That's a good thing for my job. I can watch TV and work.
Yeah.
Jonathan, you want to throw your social stuff out?
Find me at Bombastic Reviews on YouTube and Bombastic Reviews on Facebook. Mr. Bombastic55 on Instagram. And, of course, SmoresIndoors Podcast.com. I didn't fuck it up this time, Corey. Look at that.
I didn't edit that out last show either. Finally.
Oh, really?
So Smores Indoors Podcast.com. Make sure you check us out there. Smores Indoors 76 on Instagram and Smores Indoors Podcast on Facebook. And make sure you guys check us out tomorrow night. Be here at 9 p.m. Central, 10 p.m. on the East Coast with Friday the 14th from the Triple Flix Mafia channel. He's going to join us, and we're going to get drunk, watch Hack-A-Lantern. So should be a fun time. So, all right, guys, take it easy.
Have a good one, guys.
See you.